Sup r AskMen? I just learned that if I ask my wife, do you need to yawn, she will yawn 100% of the time. Done this at least 20 times in the last hour. So what is the least amount of power that has ever gone to your head? I just yawned immediately after reading that. Haha, crazy. What's the word for genocide but with yawning instead of dying? Yawnocide. Geneon. The side suffix is the killing bit. This man needs to be stopped. It was okay when it happened to his wife. But to make me yawn 3 times without him even knowing or trying to do, is some devil level shit. Grab your pitchforks, men. Wait until he says, do you need to come? How dare you? I for one welcome our new yawning overlord. My new puppy is so fat and excitable, if I say walk she gets so excited and will run around my room for about a minute and pass out immediate. Haha, that's so cute, but also sounds like a nightmare if a guest or roommate knows about it. Oh man, my favorite thing to do on Discord. In our Discord we usually have a headphone policy. We don't like to hear feedback. However, the best way to make people swap from speakers to headphones is when they have a dog. Just yell outside. The dogs go crazy. It's usually only a week or so of this randomly that they buy headphones. Rolling on the floor laughing. Wouldn't affect my dogs at all. I have to ask them in my most excitable voice like 6 times if they wanna go outside to get a little bit of movement from them, and it dies down if you stop asking. Mine goes crazy when I put socks on. Like damn yo, my feet are just cold. I wonder if this would work mid-fight. Successfully started argument. Successfully caused yawn. Made her more upset. 100% not worth. You know, maybe that wasn't your best idea. No, the worst part was me showing her this thread because now she knows I was just provoking her just to entertain people. I'll never know. RIP. Brave Redditor. Only one way to find out. I'm going to go tell her she is acting like her mom and report back. Then tell her to calm down. Oh, and ask her if she's on her period too. Looking forward to listening about you on a true crime podcast. My wife cannot sneeze if anyone tells her bless you before she sneezes. I actively have to stop myself from messing up her sneezes. Performance anxiety. Or her brain going, oh, I guess I already sneezed then, no need to set off another one. We sneeze only to be blessed. My brain gets more excited FOM all the attention and sneezes even harder. My ex-partner used to say red balloons every time I needed to sneeze. It cancelled my sneeze upload and now I require insane amounts of concentration and for people to literally look away in order to sneeze. I will never be the same. You know when you're in the shower and you let it run over your arm and you kinda think you got hydrokinesis. YH that. This is a man's greatest superpower. Discovered this as a child, and now as a man-child I still practice the way of water bending. I'm old enough water bending didn't exist when I was a kid, so we all just treated it like we were Spider-Man throwing webs. I have the ability to know which Tupperware will fit the leftovers within 5% of its maximum volume. It infuriates my partner because they can't understand how I could be that accurate every single time. Have worked in many a kitchen. I have this power as well. To the brim every time. Nice to meet you. In my kitchen we just call it will it fit. I guess it helps when the containers are all predefined sizes. This Cambro is 4 quarts, is easier to learn than this Tupperware is 1.6 sandwiches. Making people yawn is fun. I've also noticed that sometimes dogs will yawn if you do it in front of them. Try this one. Anytime you see someone getting ready to sneeze, point to them and call out loudly and quickly, no. Don't do it. No sneezing allowed. 99.9% of the time their sneeze vanishes. And they hate you for it. XD. You're evil, and I hope you know that. I put a child lock on my trash can to keep my dog from eating trash and I am drunk with power. I can wiggle my fingers at my wife and say tickle tickle tickle, and she will react like she's being tickled. Just reading the tickle 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 made me do the weird giggle I always do before I get tickled, and then my body felt the tickle confounded face. Offering people chewing gum without chewing some yourself will make them feel self-conscious about their breath, and puts them on the back foot, mentally. It's surprisingly effective, and it feels like having a certain level of power over someone, but it's also not very nice. After doing this with a coworker for 6 weeks, switch to a stronger type. Eventually book an appointment for them at the dentist and pay for it just to really mess with their minds. Next, arrange in the office-style meeting about the importance of flossing and dental hygiene, without of course telling who it is about. Wink wink. Do it with nicotine gum and get them addicted to you. Nicotine gum tastes terrible. It literally burns, not in the too much methyl way, but in the chewing a cigarette way. Source, former smoker. Maybe try amphetamine gum then. Every time I touch my girlfriend's nose, she has to audibly say, "my nose." No idea why, but she physically cannot control it unless she holds her breath or is extremely distracted. It's been a fun 2.5 years. Being in the front of a line of cars, rolling a little forward, then watching the cars behind you slowly pull up one by one. Hilarious power. For additional amusement, reverse half a meter or so. If you tell someone to start breathing manually, their brain forces them to until they forget. When they forget, you can just say it again. You. Start breathing manually. 45 minutes later. Holy good job. Hey brother, just want to make sure you kept breathing manually while thinking about how awkward your tongue is in your mouth. Yeah, I can feel my clothes too. It helps me remember to blink. You can't forget you can see your nose either. While you're breathing manually, don't forget to like and